All right. So, guys, today we are going to be doing the first of a new series, which is going to be monthly tier lists. I had everyone vote, and we're going to be starting with Skylanders. We're going to be doing every single design, every single one of them. We're going to be going from. We're just going to do it. So, bear with me. I might have to look up some of the names for Trap Team core Skylanders. Oh, that's Echo. Is it? Right? This is Echo? Yeah, that's Echo. Okay, so we're going to start with Echo, and we're going to work our way all the way down to Crypt King. Dear God, this is a lot. All right, so Echo. I mean, I never had her, but looking at this design, I love the split in her little back fins. It's very nice. I think the netting on her skin is a bit much for me. It's just a bit much. So we're going to put her in C. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, I think it's high five or high fly. It's one of the two. We're not putting him in C quite yet. Let's see here. Love the dragonfly wings. His little goggles are great. I definitely think Skylanders seeing him. Or I don't have a problem with him, but I definitely feel like, oh yeah, this is a Skylander. That's what B is. C is like, kind of harder to recognize, but yeah, I could see that being a Skylander. Smolderdash. This design is pretty good for me personally. I actually have the figure. I think she's great. I like her design. I don't know why I said these had specific things for them. No, it's just going to be how I feel on them. I think Smolderdash's design is okay. It's great. Could be better. Could be worse. I think just going all black on the armor is what's like, meh. Swarm? Oh, that is easily S tier. That's personal. But this is personal bias. Swarm is one of my favorite giants. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, yeah, that's fair. Drobot! That's an A tier for me. I love it. Cyborg dragon robot. It's a good design. This is a goated design right here. Just look at that. Okay, Rubble Rouser. I think that's a D tier for me. I was never too big of a fan of Rubble Rouser. I think he's okay. Yeah, he's just not really a design I like all too much. Crankcase. I feel like I need to have a design, a specific tier list for Imaginators villains because, you know. Crankcase is fine. He's C. I don't have any problems with him. Frino. Let's jump right over to Frino. I'm gonna be kind of going through these a little fast. Frino is he's A for me. I love Frino. Maybe it's personal bias because I had him. I love his goggles. I love a little bit of gold highlights on his jacket. I love the fists. Great design. Riptide. I think this is the first F tier. I think it's his chin. It's just a bit too much. I think I really just don't like his chin. Whamshell. I think he's going to be B tier. No. Personally, I need to move him down to C tier. Same reason as these. They're good designs. There's just a couple things like, they could be better. Wrecking Ball. I might get a lot of hate for this. Wrecking Ball's D. It's like looking at this image, right? I know there's better artwork of Wrecking Ball, but looking at this image and you're trying to convey everything you have with a single picture, I just don't like it. It's like if Foy Coco from Pokemon had no personality. Oh God, what is this one? Hypno? I didn't even know this one's name. I thought it was Hypnobra for a second. No, it's Cobra Cadabra. I think this one's also D tier. I love the idea behind it, but no, I really like the design. This is my personal tier list based on designs. I think it's B. It's okay. It's good. It's good design. I'm going to leave it there or I'm going to get stuck here. Blades. That's an A tier design. I love I've not been able to play with a lot of these characters in game, but I love the obviously like bladed wing designs. Everything about this character comes through with what you're trying to do. It's a dragon that has blades everywhere on him. Great, this is conveyed perfectly with that. Golden Queen, C tier. Might just probably put all the villains here. Tough Luck, second S tier. I love these little, I don't know what they're called, these weapons. I love them. I love these right here. These are amazing looking on her. And her armor, a little bit of gray and black mixed in with the jade. It's so good. So good. Oh god, what's his name? Flip Kong Monkey? Fling Kong. That's his name. Not Flip Kong. Fling Kong. That's... God, he's down here. Some days it's D tier where I don't really like it. Sometimes it's F tier where I just absolutely hate it. I think he's in F tier right now, just looking at him. He's not very good for me. But Magna Charge, third S tier. I really shouldn't have to explain why Magna Charge is an S tier. He's perfect. Look at him. Pop Fizz, that's an A tier design. I mean, just off of the fact that he got so many figures after Giants, and he's like one of the 5 main Skylanders I know people can recognize. It makes sense why he gets to be A tier. Zulu. Zulu. Now, he might not be the best gameplay-wise, but I think he belongs in B tier. I think he belongs in B tier for me personally. I love everything about him. His little staff is great. I think he definitely belongs to be up here. Hoot Loop. That's another S tier for me. Hoot Loop was one of the first swappers I got, one of the first ones I wanted. I really like Hoot Loop a lot. Head Rush. This one might be a bit controversial. I think she is not a bad design. I think she's just a below average design. They wanted to make a yodeler, big horns for Traptanium. I think they succeeded with this design coming across. For her kit, she's big and muscular, so she has a stomp attack. I know we're not factoring in gameplay, but if I was expecting heavy hitting person with Traptanium horns, this would be exactly what I was expecting. Nightmare. That's gonna be S tier. I really don't think I need to explain it. I think almost every light and dark Skylander is going to be up here. Chompy Mage, he gets to go in A tier because he's Chompy Mage. He was a villain that existed before Trap Team, so he gets to be in A tier. Batspin, I think that's D tier. There could have been a little bit more with this design. I think maybe like making the wings or a jacket with the bat. Yeah, the armbands could have had wings. The jacket could have had wings. I just think they didn't go far enough with the bat theming. It's just like a red suit and bat wings, which, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure this one, Flipwreck and High Five were made by kids. So, you know, still pretty good design. If it was in fact made by a kid, but if it was like, here's my idea for a Skylander, just sitting on a letter. Yeah, no, she's done here. Igniter. That's going to be an A tier. It's like they were trying to replicate Igniter with Smolder Dash. There's no discernible mouth, right? They have a flame sword, flame spear, in armor. Igniter just pulls it off better because of the uniqueness of his color combination, right? We have monocolor here. We have 3 different colors here. We have the gold or the bronze, I'm pretty sure. We have the shiny blue, and we have the silver, all highlighted by this beautiful like mix of flames instead of, you know, just yellow and orange. Scratch. I believe Scratch is a D tier design for me. It's just a griffin. I'm pretty sure she's a griffin. No, she's a cat with wings. I don't know what it's called. That fantasy creature's called specifically. It just feels underwhelming to me. Same thing for these 3. Heart tells me I need to move Rebel Rouser down a bit. Rebel Rouser's getting moved down. Sorry, Rebel Rouser fans. Yeah, these 3 are just kind of underwhelming designs. Same for Flipwreck. Nah, Flipwreck can go C. He's below average. Flipwreck's fine. I like Flipwreck. I wouldn't pick him up personally. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. Going down. Definitely would buy it. I'll probably already have. Wouldn't be opposed. Would definitely probably pick up. Might pick up. Wouldn't be opposed to owning. It's going to be a hard convince to get me. I'm only getting this if I'm trying to complete a specific team. Prison Break. I'm a little biased. Prison Break, I owned the figure of. Prison Break is going to be A tier for me. I had the light core version of it. I think every figure of Prison Break should light up. Prison Break's design, no pun intended, rocks. I mean, it just works. It's a rock golem with little crystal hands that shoot lasers. I love him so much. This is just a horse. I'm pretty sure his name's Trailblazer. He's just a horse. Stink Bomb. He's gonna go in B tier. It's been a while since, not just because it's been a while since I put something in B tier. Stink Bomb just feels like a very average Skylanders design. Like it's nothing too crazy, but it works. Boom Bloom, one of the few good things to come out of Imaginators. I love a lot of the original Sensei designs. Boom Bloom is one of my favorites of all time. I wish she wasn't stuck in such a bad game. Firecracken! This is an A tier design. I picked him up with Grilla Drilla and Boomjet. The Christmas after the game came out. I absolutely adore Firecracken. His little voice. I'm pretty sure that's his voice. Burn to be wild. I'm pretty sure that's the best I can do for his voice. Is fantastic. I love Firecracken. It's great. I can't explain it. The design, the thing they were going for, right? The Chinese dragon mixed with fireworks as a melee character that can bounce around a lot. It works. She's very energetic and bouncy, and it's conveyed perfectly in that design. Also, I love the mixing of the blue, yellow, and red. Good color picks. Zook is D tier. Underwhelming design. Stealth Elf is B tier. I don't lean, it depends on what Stealth Elf it is. Because if it's basic or Series 2, I kind of lean more towards C. If it's I don't think she got one in Series 4. If it's the Ninja Stealth Elf design, all the way up at S tier. Like, okay, let me correct myself. Spyro's Adventure and Giants, here. Ninja Stealth Elf, probably up here. Super Shot Stealth Elf outfit design, down here. So that's why we're putting her in B tier, is because I bounce between it way too much. Another S tier. We're being very positive right now. Dino Rang. I love this design. It's fantastic. Just look at him. That's a good design. Oh boy. Deja Vu. That's her name. I can't really tell what this Skylanders design purpose is. Like, looking at her, I can't really tell what she does. All the other ones can kind of pick up on it. I can't really tell what she does, and that would make me very hesitant to pick up a toy of her. So she's gonna go D. Wind Up. That is a very good design. That's gonna go B tier. Actually, Wind Up might be A tier. I'm pretty sure it's Wind Up, right? I have to double check my names. Yeah, Wind Up. I love him. He's fantastic. What a great design. I love Wind Up. He's great. Just a wonderful design overall. Punk Shock. She's A tier. She's not A tier. She's B tier. I don't really feel that she deserves to be down here, and I like her a lot more than some of the other designs we're going to be seeing down here. But I don't think I have the heart to put her up in A or S tier. Bushwhack. That's A tier. I love it. They really knocked it out of the park with both Life Skylanders for Trap Team. Blastertron. You get to go into B tier just because you're Blastertron. Gilgrunt. B tier because you're Gilgrunt. Robo, not be okay. I promise this isn't because he's $400 and he's rare. I love this design. I'm a big fan of Rangers in D&D. I hate what 2024 rules did to Ranger. And if I was gonna make a Warforged Ranger, I would make it look like this. Another S tier design, Ambush. I don't think I really need to explain why Ambush is up here. I don't, at least I shouldn't have to. The bark being where his skin is primarily, and then grass being his hair rather than leaves. And then he has this really cool scimitar style blade. So there you go. There's a little explanation. Free Ranger, C tier. I don't have too much problem with it. I think Free Ranger's all right. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good design. Airstrike. Oh boy. Airstrike's F tier. Same with Fist Bump. We'll put them both here so we don't have to wait. Both of these designs are kind of bad. They're kind of bad. I don't really like them. Popthorn, I'm going to put in C tier. For the saving grace, that is the smaller version of Popthorn. I don't like big Popthorns, but small Popthorn, he's alright. I like small Popthorn. Eyebrow, S tier. I'm not going to explain that one. Eyebrow just gets to go in S tier. Chill! She's B tier. Chill has kind of grown on me since I played with her that entire level of my Giants playthrough, which I'll probably try and put a card up there for her. Chill is a fantastic Skylander. If you have a chance to pick up any of her figures, I think she has a light core, a Series 3, and a Series 2. Excuse me, Series 1, 2, and technically it's Series 1. She has a Giants figure, a light core figure from Giants, and a remake figure for Swap Force. She's a great character. Very fun to play with. Tri-Tip. A tier design. Fantastic design. I love it. big smashy triceratops with a huge mace. Could not go wrong there. This is just a phoenix. There is nothing unique. Well, a phoenix griffin, whatever. There's nothing unique about Sunburn's design. It's just a phoenix griffin. And I think my thing is they didn't give him any armor. A lot of my lower designs for rankings when it comes to Spyro's Adventure, they don't have an armor thing to them that makes them look cooler. Graveclobber, I'm going to put you in B tier because there's a meme with my friend. Fright Rider. This is a very good design. That's an A tier design. I love Fright Rider. You guys know I love Fright Rider. I'm sad about him gameplay-wise, but I love Fright Rider's design. Fright and Rider are wonderful. Pinata, Taekwon Crow, Night. What's this one? Blackout. Blackout is S tier. Look at that design. This is a shadowy dragon for sure. I already said most of the light and dark Skylanders are going to be up here anyways. Terrafin. Okay, it's the same thing as Stealth Elf. It's the same thing as Stealth Elf. His first game design and his second game design, his figures for Giants and Spyro's Adventure are kind of lower for me, right? Like, hold on, let me look up Series 2 Terrafin, make sure I have it correct. It is what I thought. All right, so Series 2 Terrafin and Series 1 Terrafin are closer to down here, underwhelming to, you know, just below average. His Series 3 one with the Wolverine claws is A tier. And then I love his Supercharger design, so it's S tier. So, to be fair, because he has all those designs across the board, it's B tier. I think I don't feel indifferently towards any of Gilgrunt's designs. I just realized I should have gone through my thoughts on those designs. Same kind of thing with these two. Spyro is B tier. I don't mind Spyro. Spyro is a fine design. He's a fine character, fine Skylander. I just don't feel too fondly about Spyro. Barbella is F tier. This design I do not like. They didn't lean too particularly in the earth direction. They wanted to make muscular and earthy, but then they made her crystal and shiny. So I think they should have committed to the full, like, maybe like sandstone or mesa dirt design for her. I think that would have worked fantastic. I just don't think they committed enough to the color palette, and they backed out by making her crystal. Chop Chop. I'm just gonna put him in S tier. I don't think we need to explain that one. Oh God, what is your name? A lot of Trap Team cores do not have memorable names. Is it Chopper? I'm pretty sure it's Chopper. I'm gonna double check that. Okay, it is Chopper. That is F tier. It's goofy. I like the idea behind it, but it just doesn't work for me. Treadhead is C. That's a below average design. You know what? I'm gonna move Dino Rang up a little bit. It's underwhelming. They could have done more with it. I think he needed a little helmet. Treadhead, below. Scorp. That guy is going in A tier. He is a really cool Swap Force Core Skylander. I love the design of Scorp. This is a fantastic one. Fantastic. Look at this thing. That is a good design. Rattleshake. We're going to put you in B tier. I don't feel indifferently about Rattleshake. I think he's fine. Same with Freezeblade. Both of these designs are fine. They could be, on some days I might feel like, nah, about them. Some days I might feel like they're bad. Some days I might feel like they belong in A tier. So B tier is perfect spot for them. We have another S tier. That's Starcast. I don't want to explain this one. This is great. I'm going to explain it anyways. I love it. 4 arms, starry like galaxy body, but while the figures and the artwork is more closer to a blue, it's like an actual midnight star look in the game. It's fantastic. I love him so much. Ghost Roaster, underwhelming. Same kind of thing. Could be better, could be worse. Snapshot is A tier. I love Snapshot's design. I think his dark colors work better, but I love his regular colors. Regular Snapshot's good too. Funny Bone is C tier. No, you go down on this player. Funny Bone C tier. I don't have much to say about Funny Bone. Yeah, there's our first F tier trap master. I don't think anyone's surprised that Mastermind is down. Blastermind is down here. I don't think anyone's surprised about that. Spyrise. Put that boy in S tier. This is might be my favorite swapper that they made. I love Spyrise so much. He's one of the few that I didn't own as a kid. I bought 2023 and I played through basically the entirety of Swap Force that year with just his top half. And I'm very excited to play Swap Force when we get to that game. Spyrise is definitely going to be used a lot towards the end. He's one of my higher upgraded and leveled Skylanders. Oh God, what is his name? Hold on, Runebug or Dunebug? Oh, it is just Dunebug. Why is it just Dunebug? It should be Runebug. I think I want to put him in B tier. He's fine. He's an okay design. He's a good design. He's an okay design. I like this design. Double Trouble can go right in here. I'm not too fond of Double Trouble. Not too fond of him. Hothead, same thing. Good design. Not too. Nah, Hothead's got to go B tier. Most of the giants are probably going to be B to S. I think there's one that I want to put in C tier when we get to him. Yeah, Hothead's definitely B tier. I really like Hothead. He's a good average design. If I was showing someone a giant and they had no clue what the giants were, my first picks would be, and it wasn't hidden, it had to not be Tree Rex. Hothead, Thumpback, and Eyebrow would be the ones I show them to be like, this is a giant Skylander, and they'd get the concept. Drill Sergeant is bad. We haven't had a bad one from Spyro's Adventure yet. This is a bad design. It's his face. I don't like his face. His face is so bad. Washbuckler is A tier. I have no problems with Washbuckler. There's a couple other swappers I like more than him. He's good design. This is a good design. Pirate Octopus with a tentacle mustache. That's a fantastic design choice. One of the only other good things to come. There's so many good Sensei designs. I hate that Wildstorm and all these other Senseis that are up in this tier are locked to Imaginators. I would love to play them in any other Skylanders game. I love Wildstorm. Fantastic design. Oh, so good. I'm so happy I have a figure of this guy. Fiesta is below average. Same for Gusto. They're below average designs. I have no problems with them. Could have done more with them. Another S tier though. I think this is the first Superchargers character that's up here. Yeah, this is our first Superchargers Skylander, and that is Windblade. Or excuse me, Stormblade? I think it's Stormblade. This is Stormblade, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Stormblade. Okay. I love her. Her design is fantastic. The wings with a little feather kunai on the bottom. Her helmet is fantastic. I love Stormblade so much. Blast Zone! Nope, you come up here, buddy. Blast Zone is S tier. I don't have to explain this one. This was one of the most popular swappers, and for a good reason. Look at him. The mitts from his knight armor, his fire plume, the rocket boot. It just works. I don't know how to explain it. It's properly. It works. I love Blast Zone's design. Doomstone is a B tier design. I would move him up to A tier, but I think it's because the chest plate and the higher part of it and the lower part of it aren't a different color. That messes with me. I think it's mainly the color palette in some specific parts of his armor that's holding him back. Good design though. Good design. Spotlight. This design is A. It could be better. It's good. I think it's because they went with the same eye mechanic that they did for, well, excuse me, eye design that they did for Blackout. I mean this in the best way. They're too similar. And I saw Blackout before, so I was hooked on Blackout. I think Blackout's design is phenomenal. And Spotlight's is good too, but it could have been better. Smash Hit, he's grown on me. He's gone from probably would have been down here to underwhelming or lower with Fiesta. I don't think there's going to be any Superchargers down here, but that's because I'm biased to that game. But speaking of F tier, shortcut. He's just going to stay there. Tide Pool, another S tier Sensei design. This is what sucks about Imaginators. They have so many good original character designs. And they didn't need to make the create your own guys. They could have just made the Sensei Skylanders, right? They could have just made the Sensei Skylanders, come up with a different title for the game, kept it about mind magic, and it could have been their meditation. I love a lot of the Sensei designs. Tidepool being one of them. It's great. I love her so much. Her barnacle armor, squid guns, fantastic. Also, the kelp hair is great too. Bouncer is A tier. I can't move him up to S tier because he's my brother's. I didn't own Bouncer. That's it. I didn't own him, so therefore he wasn't mine. So he doesn't get to go up there. Stump Smash, D tier. And he's not in F tier because of his Series 2 design where he has the spikes on him. Spitfire is S tier. I feel like I need to organize these by game. No, I'll organize them by game afterwards. Spitfire is S tier though. I love Spitfire. Great starter pack Skylander for Superchargers. I think making him the starter pack Skylander was best choice they could have done. Villadrilla is a D tier design. It's just kind of disappointing to me. One I really like, Thunderbolt. I have never seen a figure for this character. I want him though. So I feel like that requires me to put him in S tier, but because I don't have the figure and I haven't gotten the design in hand to look at, I feel like I have to leave him in A tier for now. Zap! This is an A tier design and we're just gonna put him there. I think it's self-explanatory. Lobstar, that's A tier. It's a good design. That's a good design. I love Lobstar. Kingpin is C tier. He's below average. Compared to a lot of the other senseis in the game, Kingpin is not as good as a lot of his other Imaginator sensei counterparts. F tier. A tier. Wildfire. Man, Wildfire's so cool. Again, I had the Dark Edition starter pack, so I'm more inclined to those colors. Wait, no, that's not A tier. There you go, buddy. I had the Dark Edition starter pack, so I prefer those colors. The black and the silver work a lot better on him, because it differentiates some of his mane from his body. But if he has to be all gold, great design. Mysticat! This is a B tier design. I would put Mysticat up higher, but I feel like there isn't enough to dictate them deserving a hot dog. This is S tier. It's a dog that's hot in its fire element. It's a good design. Jawbreaker, another S tier design. I love Jawbreaker. I picked up a figure of him a few months ago. He's great. I love him so much. Look at those crystal fists. Good design. Trigger Happy, you get to go B tier because you have the same problem I have with other characters. Wallop, B tier. Wallop's B tier. Yeah, Wallop's A tier. Wallop is A tier. I've always wanted Wallop. I haven't. Same thing. Except I've seen figures. I haven't gotten one, but I would want one. Not to the point where I'm like, I need it, but like, I would want one. If I saw it, I'd probably buy it. Roller Brawl, you get to go B tier because you have a better design in Superchargers. This one, C. Bone Bash, A. What is your, oh, Buckshot, that's his name. Buckshot, that's a C tier design. Can't even remember his name. He's one of those characters I'm like, did I just imagine this guy existing? I mean, that's the best way to explain it. I don't remember Buckshot existing on shelves to any capacity. Like, I remember seeing these two. I remember seeing this one and this one. I do not remember seeing Buckshot. Enigma. Oh, that dude's S tier. We gotta put him in S tier. I love Enigma. I don't know his gameplay stuff. I don't care. I need him. Look at how cool this figure is. I would be willing to pay someone who has a poor price listing for this thing. A poor price listing. Say that 5 times fast. I would be willing to pay for that. Like, I would be willing to pay like $80 for an Enigma figure. I don't want to, but I would be willing to. Voodoo, he grew on me after playing Spyro's Adventure. I love Voodoo. He's really cool, and we're gonna leave it at that. Wolfgang, you get to go here. Splat, up to S tier. One of my other favorite Superchargers. I love Splat a lot. She has a very good place in my heart. I can't explain what works about her design. It's just one of those designs that clicks with my brain. No, that's what most of these designs up here in S tier are. If I can't explain it properly, I like it that much. A tier, I have some reason to explain it. S tier, I really don't have a reason to explain it. It just clicked with my brain, and that's why I feel it deserves that tier. Eruptor, you get to go B tier because you have same problem as this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. You have a Superchargers design, which is fantastic, and then you have some other ones that aren't as good. Anyways, Nightfall is S tier. I love her so much. She is so cool. I am so mad that I can't play as her in other games. I'm glad I can play as her in Superchargers. And I mean, I could play her in Imaginators, but I wish I could play her in some of the other games. Ingenie! S tier. Don't need to explain it. Peak design. Flame Slinger. Don't need to explain it. S tier. Rocky Roll. I forgot you existed. F tier. Oh boy. This is the only F tier Supercharger. This is the only one below C tiers. I don't like Astro Blast. I love his legendary color scheme, but he's so goofy with this design. And like, maybe that's the point. Maybe he's supposed to look goofy. I don't have any other Superchargers I think are D tier. I think he's legitimately the only one that is F tier. Bajuju. You get the honor of going in B tier. Countdown, that's a B tier. He's definitely something, if someone didn't know what Skylanders was, I would show him, and they'd be like, oh, okay. So you have animals, you have humans, and you have, like, machines. I'd definitely show him Countdown. Aurora! Man, she's underwhelming. They could have done so much more with that design. Design that didn't mess up with is Chopscotch. She is okay. She is average design. Definitely one when I think of Imaginate. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. When I look at these two, I think, yeah, those are characters from Imaginators. I can recognize them. Flare Wolf. Ooh, yay. I get to put another S tier up here. Flare Wolf is freaking awesome. If you haven't played with Flare Wolf or you haven't seen him, this is a really good design. Food Fight goes in B tier. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Chain Reaction, I think, is this one's name. He can go C. I wouldn't be opposed to picking him up if, you know, I was completing a collection and I wanted him. I don't even remember your name. You can go here. I think it's Blaze. Slam him! You can go here. I only picked him up because I got him in a box. Grim Creeper, I forgot you existed. You're really cool. You get to go in A tier. No, you get to go in A tier, buddy. You're really cool. I love your design. I'm sad you didn't get a Series 2 figure. Gear Shift. Oh, man, you're cool. You're S tier. I love Gear Shift. Really good design. Tech knocks it out of the park. Tech knocks it out of the park in Trap Team. There's always one element that knocks it out of the park with all of their designs in a specific game, and they usually all end up in the same tier for me. Jetpack. Jetpack gets to go in A tier, because this design is A tier. His Swap Force design, S tier, with the 2 vacuums. His Trap Team design is C tier, and his Supercharger design is S tier. So he gets to go A tier. Pop Fizz. Let's see, what does Pop Fizz have? Pop Fizz could maybe go up into S tier, actually, because this design's A tier. Swap Force is A tier. No, Pop Fizz is the same. Pop Fizz is down here, because he has 2 and 2. Thumpback. Nope, Bash, we'll get to you. You wait. Thumpback. That is a really good design. I love Thumpback. That's good. Good design. Good Skylander design. Good design. Night Shift. Bam. S tier. Don't even need to explain it. Fantastic design. Bash. Bam. S tier. Don't need to explain it. Fantastic design. Man, I think it's Starlight? Starstrike. I'm so sorry, Queen. Great design. I love Starstrike. I would move her up, but I don't think I have a figure of her to play with. So you can be here, Queen. You do you. Ember. Man, really good design. That's A tier. Really good design. I love this. The little stars at the bottom of the battle skirt, the flame tail, the double-bladed sword glowing, fire plume for the helmet, fire symbol on top of the samurai helmet. It's great. It's a good design. T-Rex! You get to go in S tier. I don't need to explain it with T-Rex. This is the giant design. If none of the other giants existed and they only made T-Rex, perfect design. No notes. Camo! Aw, man, Camo. I want to put you in A tier, but this design exists. And then Thornhorn Camo comes out, and that's why I want to put you in A tier, but you get to go in B tier. I wish you got another figure, Camo. Sprocket, you get to go A tier. I love Sprocket. I think she's really underrated. She's really cool. Oh, I forget your name. You're F. You creepy little homunculus. Maybe that's why he's F. Maybe he's so good at being bad, he gets to be up top. Hold on. Slobber Trap, you stay there. Hold on, guys. I have to do something. There we go. Honorary pick. He gets to come up here. He's so good at being ugly and disgusting. He gets to be up here. He's so ingrained in the F tier. He so perfectly fits the F tier. He gets to come up to this special little honorary tier. Okay. Crusher! I think he is my only design that is down here. I love Crusher. I wish I could have done a little bit more with him. I think it's mainly in the hammer. Yeah, it's mainly in the hammer. Hit Boss! Good design. I think he can go in A tier. I don't have any problems with him being in A tier. Boomjet! I think you're going to give us our third row of C tier Skylanders. A little below average. He could have been better. You're underwhelming, Thunderbolt. I love your gameplay design, but you get to be down here. Same with you, Bumbleblast, and Hex. Same with you. You have some better designs. Sonic Boom is actually D tier. There's a lot. Man, you're F tier. We had a lot of rough designs back to back to back. But that's okay. We got Nightlight. I love Nightlight. Great design. Fantastic design. No notes. Fantastic. Hood Sickle. One of the rare times I'm going to put a villain sensei up here in S tier. I don't think this one needs to have an explanation. It's Hood Sickle. Thrillipede. I was wrong. There is one other F tier supercharger, and it's Thrillipede. I don't like Thrillipede's design. Trap Shadow is D tier. I don't have any notes. Windblade. Oh man, you're S tier. Put her up there. Put her up there. Put her up there. People who don't like Windblade are wrong. If you don't like Windblade, you should try her again. She's really good design. Flashwing, you're B tier. Good design. Deserved a Series 2 style figure. Deserved a Series 2. I think his name's Warnado. He is below average for me. He should have gotten a Series 2 figure, but I think he's okay. Cinder. Oh, man, you get to go in A tier, Cinder. We love you, Cinder. You're really cool. You have great figures across all the games. I wish your Series 3 figure had some gold armor incorporated into it. High Volt, bam. S tier. No notes. Perfect design. Dive Clops is C tier. Now don't go crying about him. And Crypt King is where I'm gonna put him. Here. He's A tier. I think what holds him back from being S tier is he only has 2 colors. Alright, let me organize this by game real quick. Right. Alright, I had to just at least organize S tier. Alright, there you have it for S tier. Organized by game. My favorites for each respective Skylanders game. Each respective one. There's that. There's A tier. I'm not going to organize the rest of them. There's A tier. You can take a look at A and B tier. And here's D, C, and F tier. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!